days. Depende, no? Then you might ask, okay, why should I be required to hold? Because if I don't hold, I will be subject to a fee or a penalty, in this case 1%. The logic here is that when you invest in these types of instruments, no, these mutual funds, you are not supposed to sell it right away. Kasi pag binenta mo, you might actually be losing money. Diba? So there is usually that holding period na hawakan mo lang siya. But, worst case, you really need the money, emergency, I really have to sell it, you can. But if it's still within the holding period, in this case 90 days, if I sell it by the 30th day, I get charged 1%. Okay? So this is the price movement of this fund from 1995 until 2018. Again, ito yung, how do you make money from the stock market? Price increase. How do you make money from mutual funds? It's the same thing. If you bought this in 1995, ito yung inakit yung price mo over that period. Okay? Now, order. Of course, to invest means to buy, to redeem is to sell. Let's say we want to buy the Philip Equity Index Fund. I want to buy 5,000 pesos. It says here, cut off for investing is 11 a.m. Kasi po, no? Yung mutual funds, you can buy and sell 24/7. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In the stock market, you have to wait for the stock market to be open, which is only 9:30 to 12, 1:30 to 3:30, Monday to Friday, except holidays. Mutual funds, anytime you can buy. Any time zone, whether if you're in OFW, you're in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, yes, you can buy and sell anytime. But there's an 11 a.m. cut-off. So if I buy or sell now, 3:30, it will be processed tomorrow. But I can still buy and I can still sell. Kaya like cut-off kasi it's 11 a.m. Now, you're familiar with price. Now you talk about price of Jollibee, price of San Miguel. When you buy and sell mutual funds, the price is not called price. It's called net asset value per share. NAV. No? Net asset. Kaya siya net na siya na management fee, net na siya na expenses. So that, if I'm buying 5,000 pesos worth, the NAV is 49, no? So 5,000 divided by 49, more or less, yan yung number of shares or units that I will get. How do I make money? I will make money if my NAV becomes higher than 49. Simple as that. When is that going to happen? I don't know. It depends. No? It depends on where the market goes. Now, if I say, okay, so okay na to, no? Sabi mo, all I have to do is type in my password and finish. Tapos na. Now remember, no? When you're buying and selling stocks, the buying and selling nangyayari in the stock market. Diba? And normally, the buyer is here, yung price ng buyer dito, the price of the seller is at taas, right? And then eventually, they meet. If they meet, the buyer and the seller meets, then meron sale. Kakabentahan sila, right? Sa mutual funds, you buy and sell at the same net asset value. If I'm buying a mutual fund, this mutual fund, I will buy it at 49. If I'm selling the same mutual fund, I will also sell it at 49. And yung selling and buying nagaganap, it happens within the fund. In the stock market, the buying and selling happens in the stock market, diba? Where your buyer and seller can be anywhere in the world. Pwede yung seller mo, buyer mo, nasa America, kung saan. Pero when you're talking of mutual funds, the buying and selling happens inside the fund. Like if we are one fund, the buying and selling happens within this room lang. And under the law, the mutual fund company is required to buy it from you. So you are always assured na may bibili nung binenta mo. In the stock market, there is no assurance that if you sell, there will always be a buyer. It depends. If you recall, for example, during the time that Gina Lopez took over DNR, diba? So she was so against mining. Mining stocks, when she took office, plunged by more than 50%. Bagsak. If you wanted to sell your mining stocks at that point, maybe nobody wanted to buy. Kasi, very uncertain yung future ng mining industry. But if it's a mutual fund, under the law, the mutual fund company is required to buy it back from you. So don't worry about walang bibili, paano to kailangan ko may bibili. At that, whatever price that is, of course. No? Now, this is the EIP kanina, we were saying, let's say we want to buy this phone. Look at the choices, weekly, monthly, quarterly, semi-annual. That's it. No annual. No every 5 years. So, and then you can do this automatic or manually. So, if you really want no hassle, you can click automatic and COL will automatically buy it for you. Pero if you still want to intervene, gusto mong pagpawisan yung mga daliri mo, pindutin mo manual, and you will be the one to actually input what you're going to buy if you want that. But to make life easier, you can just do it automatic, and then automatically it will buy for you for as long as you have money. Now, look at this, no? There's 10,000 pesos. You are not required to maintain cash. Unlike a bank, diba? You have to maintain cash, and then if it falls below the minimum, there's penalty. Here, there's no penalty even if this is zero. But if there's a balance like this, do not expect interest because COL is not a depository bank. Hindi naman siya banko. So, bottom line is just make sure that you have enough money to buy your investment when it's time for you to buy. You don't have to keep cash there. You are not required. Now, if you're buying several funds, like let's say I'm buying 6 kinds of mutual funds, you will be able to view the status of your investment. So in this case, lumalabas, I'm losing 1,728 on paper. If I really want to lose money, what will I do? I have to sell everything, and I will really lose 1,700. But be prepared to see these numbers become red or green. Kasi markets go up and down. But if you are not intending to sell after 1 week, but are intending to sell in the future, what you want to see is itong average price mo will be lower than the actual price at the time that you sell. Yun ang gusto natin mga. That's why, when you do peso cost averaging, ang ating objective is that this average price will be lower than the prevailing net asset value by the time you sell. No? Okay. Now, you answer the questionnaire and it turns out that you are an aggressive investor, not aggressive. So the system will now list funds or recommend funds that are appropriate or suitable, bagay sa'yo. So, since aggressive ka, di mas marami pwede, di ba? So you can choose from this list, no? Pwede ka mag-equity index, money market na. What if you're conservative? Conservative, no? Takot eh. So you will see a shorter list because you're conservative. What if I want to buy stocks? I want to buy an equity fund. So you type equity fund. Initially, the system will not allow you to prevent. Iwawarn ka niya. Parang, hello ma'am, di ba you're conservative and now you're buying equity fund. So the system will warn you so that you know that you are buying something outside of your limits. And then, you can just check, i-waive ka doon, but the system will eventually allow you to buy. Pero initially, iwawarn ka niya. Kasi conservative. But if your answer to the questionnaire classifies you as aggressive, then no problem. Kasi mas madami ka pwedeng pag-invest. Now, one of the most important screens that you can look at is this, no? If you notice, these are the baskets, diba? Money market, bond, balance. Within each type, marami rin funds. These are different mutual fund companies. For money market, there's one by BPI, Philam, and Sun Life, and so on. So now, let me show you the stocks. These are the equity funds. These are the equity index funds. As I said kanina, at first glance, you know already that they contain the same investments. Pare-pareha sila ng laman. The 30 stocks. The next question is, whose fund am I going to buy? Kanino? Alin dito sa apat? Second, iba-iba yung fees. Their fees are different. May mas mahal, may mas mura. Are you particular about the fees? If you're not, then you decide mo lang, I'd rather buy the fund, this fund or this fund or whatever fund. Because at the end of the day, their investments are the same. In comparison, if you look at an equity fund, at first glance, ang unang tingin, hindi mo alam what's inside. Would you know? You have to check the reports of each fund. Pag clinic mo yan, you will find information. So that's the difference. No? I'm not saying don't ever buy an equity fund. I'm just saying that because this is actively managed, it is not obvious right away what investments are being purchased. Unlike an index fund, you know already that it's the 30 stocks that you saw kanina. Ayala, Meralco, Jollibee, Catron. So yun, it will always be that. Okay? Questions? Yes, sir.
Sorry, pwede mo pala sa schedule EIP.
Schedule EIP. Oh.
Yeah. Kasi may current duration ng 1 year.
Here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pero 3 years. What if Kinwit ko initially is 3 years, then I decided to change it to 1 year possible?
Kasi here, this arrangement, you can do it for as short as 6 months or as long as 3 years. Actually, lahat to, you can change it from time to time. Pwede naman.
Okay.
Oh, like even for example, the 10,000 you put here, no? And then later on, 10,000, can you make it 20,000? Pwede. But if you have, extra money, you have 50,000, don't change it because ibig sabihin your succeeding will also be 50,000. If you have extra money, just buy that fund. But just maintain this para hindi magulo. Diba? So, yun. Questions? Yes.
Dati may account, tapos nagawa may natira dun sa body power na 1,000 pesos. Hindi, mag-decide na mag-file, mission file. So, dapat 5,000 additional.
For the, she was saying, what if she had 1,000 left sa cash na? And then she decides, I want to buy a mutual fund. But most mutual funds kasi, except kung pinamibili mo, 5,000 yung initial. Ibig sabihin, yung initial mo talaga dapat 5,000. Yung succeeding mo can be 1,000. Or depending what fund ka, because for Philam and Sun Life, they have recently reduced the minimum to 1,000, and yung succeeding, 500 pesos na lang. So, mas parang, gusto talaga lang i-retail na mas kakayanin, mas affordable. So, a lot of people. Ano ba yung 500? Isang sili lang yun na IMAX. Yun. Yes. Yes. Because you have to satisfy lang muna the minimum the 5,000 as an initial. And then, yung succeeding, so, 500. So, you cannot buy 50 pesos, 150. Minimum na talaga 500 a month. Right? Okay? So, baka before we leave, you want to see the market closing at 7 7.3.